All right, guys, welcome to module 4. So, cause and effect. How do you know that it's working? Because this stuff is very outside of the physical, and we get a lot of our trust from the physical realm of existence. We get our trust from our senses and what we experience. So, when you're trying to create something new in your mind and declare that you already have it without the 3D physical proof, how do you know that it's working? Because manifestation leaves people in the dark because it is not immediately apparent how things are going to unfold. And we often fixate ourselves on the how, especially more smarty people who need to have a logical explanation for absolutely everything. So, how can you know if and how things will manifest? Well, it's done through energy and frequency, like everything else. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. Outside of the 3D, we can't perceive the action and result chain that society has convinced us is apparent. Ego as well, not just society. Everything in your memories probably follows a cause and effect sequence. Everything feels like, oh, this happened because of that, and this event led to this result, and there was a clear chain in your memories of how stuff happened. You started something, you made progress, and one thing led to another in a perfect chain that brought about your desired reality. Now, if you look at this chain externally, it may look as if this is how reality functions. And this is also what science tells us, that everything has its cause, everything has its effect. So it does, but there is a distinction. Physical reality unfolds in a cause and effect sequence, and it always makes logical sense in the ego's eye, because physical reality has almost like a mathematical formula through space and time that brings about physical things in a cause and effect sequence that requires logic. But if you take an enhanced awareness look at your life, you'll actually realize that the things that happened to you came after a mental vision of these events, came after a mental expectation that these things were going to happen. Why is that? Because the cause of reality lies outside the 3D. The 3D is just an effect. So when you begin manifesting something, the only proof that you have and need is the feeling. You need to feel like you have it before it manifests. That means closing the emotional gap. So once the emotional gap is closed, that is when reality will start to unfold in a logical cause and effect sequence to reflect your desired reality. Because again, everything is a feeling. You know by feeling. You don't know by your senses. It's actually an illusion that you know by your senses. You know by your feelings. So, for example, let's say you have a car in your garage. You're in your house, you have a car in your garage. Could I convince you that you don't have that car? Could I convince you that it's not there? No, I couldn't, because you know it's there, because you feel it's there. Even if you're in a completely different room, you can't see your car, you can't hear it, you can't touch it, you can't smell it, you can't fucking do anything with it. You know that it's in the garage. You know that that car belongs to you. And how do you know? Just by the feeling, just by that emotional feeling that you already have it. So once you have that feeling, that is what will allow reality to unfold in a logical cause and effect sequence to reflect your desired reality. So you first have to create the mental image, and you have to close the emotional gap to become a knowing, that you have it. Everything that is in your life feels normal. You don't have a second thought about it. You use it practically, yes, but you don't really have a second thought about it. It is completely emotionally neutralized. Like my laptop, for example, I manifested this laptop. This laptop feels completely normal for me right now that I'm working on. I don't give it a second thought. But at the time that I was manifesting it, it was difficult. It felt difficult. It felt like, how the fuck am I going to manifest this thing? But yet, now that I have it, it feels normal for me. Because before it physically manifested, I thought about it, I visualized it, I visualized working on it, having it, and then it manifested once it became normal in my experience. Right. The next knowing is with synchronicities. So on the way to the materialization of your manifestations, you will often encounter strange synchronicities. So even if you would rather not believe in them, I recommend that you do, because they don't really do you any harm. So I don't believe in the whole numerology thing where certain number sequences mean a certain thing, like you're about to get fucking arrested or something when you see fucking 3 4s in a sequence, or something bad's going to happen to you because you see numbers in a certain sequence. I just know that weird glitches happen in the matrix. Weird glitches essentially happen in this construct, in this fucking simulation. Whenever something is changing, you'll often see repeating numbers, you'll see weird synchronicities, you'll see deja vu, you'll see symbolic dreams. All of these things show up before a change. Or you'll go outside and you'll see a building there that you never noticed before. Everything will randomly look different outside. That is because there is a shift in perception. There is a shift in awareness. And you will start to notice these things when your awareness is shifting. So the numbers themselves don't mean anything, but it's a synchronicity. It is a weird glitch that is showing you that something has changed, showing you that your level of awareness is shifting. And even making that association is powerful because you make the association with, oh, I'm seeing repeating numbers. That means my desired reality is unfolding. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just don't give too much meaning to the external numbers like fucking numerology does, because that is a complete taking away of your power and externalizing it once again. So the action items for this module. It's very simple. I just want you to start being more aware of the intuition that shows up during the journey of your manifestation. And I want you to get the fucking how out of your mind. So you increase your awareness, you increase your awareness of your intuition. And you also need to use your feelings more. You need to start trying to enhance your feelings, like practice seeing more things, practice seeing smaller things, practice looking at the ground and noticing fucking dust particles or something. Practice feeling something with your hand and trying to derive as much meaning as possible from the texture. Practice hearing more. Practice trying to expand your senses. And that will develop your sixth sense, which is your intuition. And then your intuition will guide you along the way to materializing your desired reality. And again, you need to get the how out of your mind. You need to stop thinking how you're going to get stuff, because it is not up to you. It is already created in the alternative space of things, and you just need to tap into it. With that being said, I'll see you in the next module.